Greetings and salutations of peace. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself at this time. We call it the Holy Master Blaster Jamin. Etol Iman, Media23, Serious News. South Korea has launched its fifth and final reconnaissance satellite developed under the Ministry of National Defense, MDS, Project 425 program. The satellite has one of the 18 payloads carried into space by SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket on 2nd November under the company's Bandwagon 4 rideshare mission. South Korea's Defense Acquisition Program Administration, DAPA, said this satellite is equipped with a synthetic aperture radar, SAR, payload to capture high-resolution images of target areas in day and night and in all weather conditions. The SAR payload for this satellite has been developed by Hanwha Systems, with revisit times allowing 4 to 6 observations per day over the Korean Peninsula and surrounding regions. The system SAR payload enables frequent re-imaging of specific areas, the company said following the launch of the satellite. The second, third, and fourth satellite launched under Project 425 are also equipped with Hanwha Systems SAR payloads. The first satellite, launched in December 2023, is equipped with the electro-optic and infrared EO and IR payload. The EO camera in this satellite uses visible light to take images, while the IR sensor generates image information by detecting IR rays and analyzing IR energy to distinguish objects, making it possible to engage with targets even at night. Hanwha Systems said the fifth satellite has more domestically developed components compared with the previous 4 satellites, the development of which require more technical collaboration with foreign companies. By way of example, Hanwha Systems said the key electronics module and data link of the fifth satellite SAR payload were domestically developed. The SAR payload was also assembled, integrated, and tested in South Korea, the company added. I am Etol Iman. Russia's Ministry of Defense, MOD, announced on 1st November the launch of its nuclear-powered submarine, Kharkiv, with a ceremony at the Semash shipyard in Severodonetsk, in northern Arkhangelsk, designed by Rubin Central Design Bureau for Marine Engineering. Kharkiv is intended to carry out tasks for the Navy using modern underwater weaponry, including robotic systems of various types, said the MOD on 29 October. Russian President Vladimir Putin announced that the development of 2 M39 Poseidon Kayan nuclear-propelled torpedo had successfully completed a separation trial from the carrier submarine. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself at this time. We call it the Holy Master Blaster Jamin. I am Etol Iman for Media23, Serious News. The U.S. Department of Defense, DOD, and Lockheed Martin, they have finalized a production agreement covering nearly 300 F-35 Lightning two Joint Strikes Fighters JSF aircrafts for domestic and international customers. The deal on lots 18 through 19 of the production covers 296 aircraft for the U.S. military, international partners, and foreign military sales FMS customers divided equally across both lots. Deliveries will begin in 2026. We will bring you more on that news in our following broadcasts, so stay tuned. You are now in tune on the one. Meanwhile, the United States has pledged its initial $11 million in aid to Jamaica following Hurricane Melissa. This funding is allocated for immediate assistance, including emergency food supplies, the installation of 6 water treatment systems, mobile medical services, and emergency shelter material. Initial commitments: the United States government is providing an initial $11 million in immediate assistance. The proposed funds, the aid will support various relief efforts, such as providing food for an estimated 40,000 people, installing 6 water treatment systems, and offering mobile medical and shelter support. The funding is being provided to relief agencies and through direct government assistance, according to Quest Times. In local news, here in Florida, Ron DeSantis rules out state-level SNAP program. A cloud of possibility hurricane hovers over Florida like an omen for the month of November as DeSantis rules out state-level SNAP programs. 2025 United States federal government shutdown, October 1, 2025. To the present is 35 days. The government has been shut down now for 35 days. Now, United States government, with its propaganda machine, mainstream media, has been taunting 41.7 million to 42 million people who receive SNAP benefits per month in the United States, as to whether or not they will receive their needed benefits before Thanksgiving. All along the way, there is this taunting. They might be here by Thanksgiving. They might not be here by Thanksgiving, blah, blah, blah. Simultaneously, as the clandestine U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, ICE, a federal law enforcement agency, run the street like mad dogs, causing unrest from coast to coast. Anarchy is becoming commonplace. You are now in tune. On Earth, there is much firework, wars, and rumors of war currently. NASA quietly deploys planetary defense tools after interstellar visitor shows odd light behavior. NASA has quietly made a major move to defend the planet after the mysterious interstellar object displayed more strange and unexpected behavior. The supposed comet, dubbed 3I Atlas, has just been added to the list of threats tracked by the United Nations endorsed group focused on planetary defense against near-Earth objects. You are now in tune. The International Asteroid Warning Network, IWAN, works alongside institutions across the world that detect, track, and study near-Earth objects, NEOs, to assess potential impact threats to Earth. 3I Atlas is the first interstellar object ever added to this list, triggering a worldwide drill aimed at improving detection skills for space rocks and preparing Earth for a potential incoming threat. On Tuesday, Officials with I-1 admitted that the object was causing unique challenges for predicting its trajectory and decided to add 3I Atlas to the comet astrometry campaign. The object has displayed several unusual features that defy the typical behavior of comets, including an anti-tail, a jet of particles that points towards the sun rather than away from it. According to release, scientists will be running a special training exercise from November 27, 2025 to January 27, 2026. Telescopes and tracking systems around the world will focus on 3I Atlas to refine methods for pinpointing its exact location in the sky. They're calling it a test of improved astrometry methods. In other words, the object is behaving like it should. It isn't behaving like it should, i.e. One person wrote on X, when every telescope from Mauna Kea to Chile is being synced on one object, that's not a drill, another X user posted. The Daily Mail reached out to NASA on Wednesday, but the agency maintained that the entire space program is currently closed due to the ongoing government shutdown and did not comment further. It is part of Iran's IAWN, along with the likes of the European Space Agency, which are all helping to organize this as a team effort to keep Earth safe from nearby asteroids and comets. NASA isn't launching rockets to defend the planet from 3I Atlas, with the announcement treating this major event more like a tip-sharing exercise for stargazers everywhere to take better pictures of the supposed comet. While scientists claim they do not plan to begin the worldwide watch party until late November, 3I Atlas is just days away from making its closest approach to the sun slipping out of view. Harvard scientist Avi Loeb has theorized that this shocking maneuver is a telltale sign of a spacecraft using the gravity of a large star to change its speed and course. Before its recent strange behavior near the sun, 3I Atlas was scheduled to make its closest pass by Earth in December, but skeptics claim that activating the planetary warning system is proof that government officials fear this is no harmless comet. Loeb explained that in space travel, the best time to speed up or slow down the spacecraft is when it's closest to a large object, since firing the engine at that point, known as the orbit effect, gives the biggest change in speed. 3I Atlas will reach its best window for the orbit maneuver in 1 week, when it comes within 126 million miles of our sun. Whether it's a comet or something sent by an intelligence elsewhere in the galaxy, astronomers have concluded that it could be gigantic with a diameter of more than 28 miles. If 3I Atlas is a massive mothership, it will likely continue along its original gravitational path and ultimately exit the solar system, Loeb shared in a Sunday blog post. The professor has previously suggested that 3I Atlas could be a nuclear-powered craft after the Hubble Space Telescope revealed a picture that appeared to show the object generating its own light this summer. During its closest pass by Mars on October 3rd, space probes sent back images which seemed to suggest that 3I Atlas was a giant cylindrical object coated in nickel, causing it to glow green. This has fueled even more speculation that the comet is an extraterrestrial probe, as human spacecraft use nickel in the same way to protect them from super hot rocket exhaust. The trajectory of 3I Atlas, also known as A2019 A7, is hyperbolic, indicating that it is an interstellar object not gravitationally bound to our solar system. This classification is based on its orbital eccentricity, which was determined to be greater than 1.1.0. We also have an indication or some fleeting documentation. This 3I Atlas is known as A/2019 A7, that it was actually spotted in the year 2019. We will research that more. So it would appear then that everything that is happening now has happened before, but we don't want to go into the twilight zone just yet. We will get back to you with that intelligence. Now, astronomers detected a mysterious pulse sequence from interstellar object 3I Atlas. The pulse matched the Fibonacci pattern and are transmitted on the SETI frequency. This suggests a deliberate intelligent signal. 3I Atlas is a one-time visitor passing through our solar system. Researchers are studying its composition and activity. The object poses no threat to the Earth. 3I Atlas, an interstellar object currently in focus due to its odd trajectory across the space, is reportedly sending a mysterious pulse sequence. You are now in tune. As per an X handle, scientists have picked up a mysterious pulse sequence, 8-13-8-5-13-8, matching the Fibonacci pattern, a mathematical signature found in DNA, galaxies, and advanced algorithms. It claimed that the frequency of the signal, 1,420 megahertz, is the interstellar calling channel used in SETI research, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence research. The signal has been detected simultaneously across 15,000 kilometers, ruling out any equipment error. The pulses are stable, deliberate, and intelligent, unaffected by objects' rotation, suggesting controlled transmission rather than a natural source. The handle claimed to have decoded the message as observe, prepare, understand, the gate awaits. Some sources have claimed that this is a telepathic communications given off by 3I Atlas. It confirmed this could mark the first deliberate signal ever received from an interstellar visitors. It added, earlier, filmmaker and author David Sereda, who collaborated with MIT physicist Bogdan C. Mogilev on nuclear fusion research, had detected unusual light emissions from the interstellar object 3I Atlas on October 13, 2025. Sereda claimed that the pulse followed a Fibonacci sequence coinciding with the 108th anniversary of the miracle of the sun in Fatima. Do note that there are currently plenty of misinformation and speculations on 3I Atlas, and this could be just one of them. One source here is the Daily Mail and Media23 news sources, the professors on Mars. You are now in tune on the force itself at this time. We call the Holy Master Blaster Gemin. I am Ital Iman for Media23 Serious News. You are now in tune.